Welcome to a new update. Today we're going to give a slight view of the price action of Bitcoin and what has been taking place on the markets. Earlier today I gave you an update fundamentally on what has been taking place in just a random post. Before we continue, make sure to hit that like button. Also make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to stay tuned to the content that we are posting. And today in this update we're going to cover the price action and the reasoning what we have been seeing on the price and why we are dropping so fast. But before we continue, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as I said. Also check out our trade letter, which is free, and we are posting content there 3 times a week to cover all the events in the markets, and of course we are covering the entire saga around FTX. Now let's continue to what has been happening. We have been seeing that FTT has been falling by a ton. We have been losing 80% of the value there, which is already a few billion. We saw Solana crashing, we saw Serum crashing, and then we also saw Binance coin going up and going back down again, and we saw Bitcoin crashing down as well. So let's have a look at the charts and see where we are standing with the markets. So when we're looking at the price action of Bitcoin, we can conclude we were trending upwards. We were trying to actually break through the actual high here. We couldn't because a big event was taking place, which is FTX, which could be the exact same as what we have been seeing here with Luna. Remember, Luna was taking place here at 40k, and we started crashing all the way towards 17k, and this is still the aftermath of Luna. So FTX probably got into trouble based on the Luna crash, and therefore we are still taking care of that entire situation, as that's one of the biggest collapses in the crypto markets ever. And when we're looking at the other markets, we can see that the DXY is trading at lows, the lowest points of the past 2 months. So based on that fact, we should actually be seeing that Bitcoin is going to trade higher. So we've got an intrinsic market event taking place, resulting into this weakness. We also see that the 10-year yield is trying to drop back down, and tomorrow we've got CPI, which is expected to come in at 7.9%. Chinese CPI has dropped from 2.8 to 2.1 in 1 month, and last month we came in at 8.2. So there might be chances that we're going to have a lower number there. Question is how much of an impact that will be having on the markets. I'm not sure whether it will be having a ton of impact, as everyone is focused on CZ and the outcome there. When we're looking at the entire event of CZ and the markets, we see this crash on FTT. We also see it on Solana. We also see some FUD taking place there because Solana has a big amount of unlocked staking tokens that it will be back on the markets within 2 days. It's approximately 18 million of Solana, which is approximately 3.6 billion. That's going to have an impact, so I would definitely stay away from Solana at this point. Serum is another one which is also tanking like no tomorrow. So the entire markets, especially the focused coins around FTX, are tanking a lot right now. When we're looking at Binance coin itself, it's just consolidating. So we made this massive high yesterday due to the news that they are taking over FTX. We cut all the way back towards 300 bucks, which I was technically looking at as a potential entry point, and now we're just consolidating. When we drop back towards Bitcoin, we can see that we are back at the range lows. All right, so we have been taking the low at 17.6 from June. We have been making an all-time high in volume when it comes to Binance. We also saw that approximately 60,000 Bitcoin have been dropped out of Coinbase and FTX, and most likely have been sold towards fiat. And we can see that we are consolidating here. Now, the question is, are we going to get the exact same event taking place from Luna, or are we going to see a turnaround here, which would assume that we are not going to have another crash towards 10 to 14k, and we just consolidate, news comes out, and we flip back up. So we are on the edge of any of the two. Until then, we remain relatively calm and going sideways. If Binance acquires FTX and covers 1-to-1 of the client's ratio, we probably are going to bounce back fast. If they are not going to acquire FTX, make sure to be safe, because then we're going to continue this fall and expect us to trade at 12 to 14k. So that's cutting edge at this point. If we look at the price action on a technical standpoint, reclaiming the area at 19k, that's going to trigger continuation to the upside because the funding rates are extremely negative at this point for the markets, and that is most likely going to result into a big reaction if the markets are going to bounce, if CZ does something. Right now it's difficult to say. We are at range lows, so in that case you would have been arguing that there might be a chance of actually longing the markets because of the simple fact that at range lows you do so, but you simply don't know what the fundamentals right now, and that's what we're going to cover tomorrow again. So let's round off this update. I hope you have been enjoying this small market update. Tomorrow I'll be back with a fresh new update. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also check out our trade letter, which is completely for free, and remember to stay calm, avoid excessive risk taking, stay patient and look at the longer picture and the long horizon, and I'll be back tomorrow. Ciao.